Hi, this is Slimedog.
Topo.
And Legendary John.
And today we're playing Slay the Spire, which is my new favorite game of all time on the PS4.
He's getting no sleep.
I'm really getting no sleep. This game has me up till like 3 in the morning on work nights. This is brutal, but
it's also not a good thing.
I love it so much. It's a it's sort of a deck building RPG roguelike, I guess is probably the closest thing. And I love card games on video games so much, so apparently this appeals to all kinds of little buttons in my personality.
Ticks all the boxes for you.
It really does, yeah. So I thought
you've already platinumed it.
No, God, no. The platinums on this are nuts.
Oh,
but
I played through it.
I did play through it. I actually beat it with initially kind of played to the end with all three of the built-in characters, and until the fourth one is released in a couple of weeks, I'll just have to amuse myself by beating it subsequent times. And
now you are playing this on the PS4, and the PC just announced that they're dropping a fourth character.
Yes, PC folks on Steam have a fourth character, but console people are going to have to wait a little bit for that, I think. But I thought what we do is play a little bit with, I guess, the Ironclad. He's sort of the fighter character in it, and I'd kind of describe what's going on and how to play it and that sort of thing. Maybe talk a little bit about strategy, but also just sort of kind of go into how the game works, more or less. So you always start off, and this big whale guy offers to give you something. Basically, you have to pick sort of an initial perk. And the different jobs have different abilities. They all have, like with this guy, the fighter guy, at the end of every combat, he heals 6. So the other characters don't heal at all between combat unless you, like, take him to a camp or something. But he automatically gains a little bit back. So he's more, like, melee-focused. More like he's sort of the most basic character. But the whale here is offering me choices here. The first one is he'll give me a card, or he'll give me a choice of a free card to get started. I can increase my hit points, my max hit points by 8. I can take damage, but then swap out 2 cards with random cards. Or I can swap that starting relic, which is my gain 6 after every fight, with a random relic, which may or may not be better. Usually I go for the one that I get for damage, transform 2 cards, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try that this time. Maybe I'll get lucky. Select 2 cards to transform.
Could you look at the ones you had before you did it, or?
You can pick, this is your starting deck right here.
Well, now that you've selected, but I mean, like, before you said, yes, I'll do that, could you have seen what your hand was?
Yeah, it's always going to be the same, but you could, if you wanted to review it, if you hit L1, you can always look at your deck,
so
like
you
here.
Could decide, yeah, the deck I had was okay.
Yeah. But it's never okay. It's all full of starter garbage.
Oh, makes sense, I guess.
And it's going to swap it out with these 2 cards.
I'll just say it's no Gwent.
You're loving Gwent too much? Is it? I've been doing a lot of Witcher lately, so Gwent has been a thing.
Apologies on the delay and stuff because Witcher. Just Witcher.
Now, the first step in every run is to plot your path, okay? And part of it depends on your job and what you're kind of going for, but I've gone back and forth with this a lot. I used to go for all the question marks so you could skip the fights and stay safer, but the question marks generally have less good rewards than the regular fights where you get a card after every time. So now my new thing, and the boss, kind of the mini boss fights there, they give you a guaranteed really good relic. And those are more important, those are more helpful than a good card in most cases. So lately I've been sort of plotting a path that puts me through more of the mini bosses.
Interesting.
And
like
in this
case, the guy all the way on the right, he's like boom, 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 nothing but boss.
Yeah, this one gives 1 boss and then the main boss at the top, but the one all the way to the left has 2 bosses, right?
Oh.
Well, that one has like a crazy looking flame that's like flickering too.
Yeah, and that's actually new to me, to tell you the truth, because I believe that is the key that you need to get to level 4 on this game. You don't open that up until after you've beaten it with all 3 characters, and I just cleared it with the Silent, like on my last run. So I've actually never seen that before. I think when we fight that boss, it'll drop a key that'll open up level 4. We're not going to go all the way that high. We're just going to check it out. Okay, so here's basically what you're looking at. You got monsters on the right. The monsters have floating over their heads what they're going to do. So the first guy is going to do some sort of kind of confusion, poison, something ability. Some sort of debuff, and the guy to the right of him is going to do 5 damage. So basically, I have to make sure I play cards that can soak up 5 damage, or else I'll take the extra damage to my hit points. In this game, one of the things I found out real quick is defense is much more important than attack. Okay? because as long as you can avoid taking damage for a round, then you can actually just do damage the next round. So even if you have to do nothing but blocks and avoid taking damage, that's preferable in most cases to taking damage.
Huh.
Unless you've got a character build that heals a lot, and that's really hard to come by in this game. Okay, these two cards are the two that I had upgraded. Let's see what they actually do. I don't know. Warcry. Draw a card, put it top of hand. Okay, so I can draw that and put a card from my hand on top of the deck. Doesn't seem great, but you know I'm going to do it. I'm going to put this one back there. You can kind of pre-stack your deck with something that way. And then Searing Blow, deal 9 damage, can be upgraded any number of times. Ooh, that's nice. When you upgrade a card, when you go to camps, you can upgrade a card and actually make the stats on a little bit better.
Okay.
Normally you can upgrade a card once, but this one you can apparently upgrade many times. That's okay. And now this is...
Did it say cards can only be upgraded once?
It doesn't... Oh, there you go. Yeah, it says in the description there. Great, helpful description text, by the way, on
But
pretty much
oddly,
everything.
over there, this one says it can be upgraded, but the card itself says it can be upgraded any number of times. Oh,
Well, yeah, because it's an overriding rule.
Oh, I see.
It's sort of like,
I
that's
see.
the exception.
Gotcha.
Every other card I've seen, you can only upgrade it once. So.
I gotcha. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It's an important point. But see, what I'm doing is, you only put enough, generally, unless you have a different ability, your block doesn't carry over from one turn to the next. So there's no point in putting more block on than what's necessary to actually soak the damage. So that's why, like, I'll do 10 because he's doing 6, and I don't want to take 1 extra. But I wouldn't do 15 even if I had it, because it does nothing for you. You're better off spending those actions on attack points to actually start killing the guys. So, like this guy, can I kill him in 1 turn? 16. This applies a fun debuff, which makes subsequent attacks do more damage, but it also costs twice as much to do, so you have to kind of run the numbers. Oh no, so I've taken a point of damage. Anyway, there's not a whole lot of games like this out there right now. There's a download one I played called Monster Slayer, which is like this, only a lot worse. Like, seriously worse. Oh, that's not bad. 10 block? Heck yeah. The card I chose there is a nice block card. It gives me 10 block. And for the warrior class, blocks are kind of harder to come by. It's a more damage-focused job, so... lose 3 hit points and possibly find a relic. Definitely, because I love relics. Let's keep doing this. Hey, I got a relic. Okay, let's see if I got a good relic. It took some damage, and in this, I think it's probably worth it because relics are permanent. Can I? Every time you play 3 attacks in a turn, gain 1 dex. Nice. I like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, dex is great. Dex makes your blocks more efficient, so if you've got a point of dex, whenever you do a block, instead of blocking for 4, it'll block for 5.
So, hold on. Now, go back to the armor. So, if it's in your hand at the end of the turn, you can't use it?
Basically, if it's in your hand at the end of the turn, it goes away from your deck for this combat. Okay,
So
you can never play it
always-
again.
Okay.
So you pretty much always want to play it if you can. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. Only got... Okay, I've got enough block there, and then I've got 1 card to hit him with. Yeah, Ethereal is one of those where it's like, it kind of makes you have to play it, but you see it on cursed cards too sometimes, so it's not always bad. You can end up, some monsters put bad cards, statuses, debuffs into your deck, and those do different things too. Sometimes they're just blocking cards that you can't use, but other times they, you can actually pay to get rid of them, or you have to get rid of them or they do something bad at the end of your turn.
Oh.
So there's really a lot going on and a lot to plan out for each round. It's a pretty deep game, honestly, and it's super addicting.
And well made.
Very well made. I like the production values. I love the balance. Like, of the games of this type, which there aren't many, this is definitely the best. I gotta do that, don't I? And then... I got 10 armor, so I don't need to do any more armor. Let's just hit them.
So what other games of this type are there?
Oh, Monster Slayer is a PS4 download game. I think it's probably also on Steam, which has much worse production values and not nearly as much balance. It's just sort of, I think, like a rougher alpha version of this.
Okay.
The SteamWorld Quest, which I haven't actually played yet, but I desperately want, is also a game like this, from what I understand.
Wait, what do you mean you have it?
SteamWorld Quest, Gilgamesh.
Quest. No, you don't have
They haven't
Quest.
made it physical yet in the States, so that's
Come
what's
on.
putting me off.
Okay, guys, you heard it here.
Yeah, get to it, guys. Chop chop.
Yeah, you can kill him. Use that, and then you just use one of your strikes.
Yeah. But he had armor, so yeah, and that'll do it. Boom, dead.
He called it.
Yeah, Jonk's like, come on, enough jibba jabba. Just get to this. We're never gonna get through this thing. Okay. Apply 1 weak to all enemies and then exhaust, so you only get to use it once. Weak is fun, but exhaust is not. Gain 5 block. Upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. That's great. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. That's not bad, but this is really good.
Yeah, take that, because then you can upgrade your sword thing.
Yeah. Well, and if I can upgrade that, like this card, it actually upgrades all the cards in my hand instead of just one, and then it becomes super helpful.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because once you start cycling your deck on a longer fight, it's just really good. Okay, so I can pay him 35 and heal 20. 50 to remove a card. That's actually a pretty good price. Let's do that. I should probably be playing it safe and healing, but safe is for pansies. Let's bump a regular strike. The base cards generally aren't so great, so I try to kind of cycle them out when I can.
As is the per usual.
Yeah. Yeah, I really should have taken the hit points for that one because I've got 2 boss fights coming up, so... and no way to heal otherwise.
Monkeys.
That was a mistake. Oh well.
Well,
This could be a very short walkthrough.
well, and that's part of the issue is trying to talk about the game while also playing it.
Yeah.
Even familiar, it's hard to do this.
Here's my jibba jabba.
This is why we do the recordings, but while we play it, we don't actually dub over it.
Yeah.
Like some more professional gamer.
And this is also why any Let's Plays we do on rhythm games are doomed to failure.
Yeah, I've still not been able to manage that one.
Tried that a couple times. It does not go well.
Not at all.
You just have to have one person talk and other people
It
play.
doesn't. No, because we can't play the music because it reverbs into the mic, so we can't.
Even if you put headphones on one guy and just talked over him, I guess you'd have to like
Maybe the
record it first and then dub over it is the only way it
That's
would
the
work.
only way we've
but...
talked about potentially getting that, because Space Channel 5 people.
Okay, so dig this. I block this and then I can upgrade. Yeah, I want to do a strike. And then, see, now the strike does 9 instead of 6. And next time it comes up, it'll still do 9. It'll still be upgraded. Although I can couple that card with that one card that upgrades multiple times to have it do God knows how much.
Yeah.
Of course, it would take several rotations to get through, but I like the possibilities in that. Sadly, cards that you upgrade from that are not going to stay upgraded for the next combat, but I can always upgrade them again next combat too. 6. I don't have enough to kill him, do I? And I don't have anything that gives me block. Oh, I don't need it though. Okay, so what's the most damage I have? 9? Looks like 9. Okay. The fighter guy doesn't have anything sneaky. There's no DOTs. There's not a lot of, like, the cards that get you tons of actions and things like that. He's a very straightforward guy, but he also has great stats. Since his healing between matches is kind of a big deal, Juggernaut, that looks good. Note the rarity on the cards, like grays are kind of common, blues are uncommon, and yellows rare. Usually the rare cards are better. The other thing is this card here is a power. That means if I get it and use it, it is persistent throughout that combat. Like,
Nice.
it's permanently affects it. So whenever you get a block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. That is bonkers.
And it's
Yes,
whenever
please.
You gain block.
Yeah.
It's not even when they attack you.
Yeah.
So it can go off multiple times, right?
Yes, please. That seems like an amazing card, right?
Are you going
I've
over
never
the-
had that before.
There you go. Use it.
So let's totally put that down. Yeah, it's a great time to do it. It's the first round, too, so. And I'm going to upgrade. I don't even need the block, but I'm going to upgrade so I can do this multiple times. Yep. Of course, I can't do it this time, but next time it comes around. In fact, if I can upgrade it again, it'll do 20 damage. Of course, it costs 2 power, which is a lot of power. As you get to higher floors, it gets easier to find artifacts. The boss artifacts will start giving you more energy, so you've got more than just 3 per round, which is pretty important. There's not a lot you can do with 3. Hell no, I've woken him up.
Huh. That's a...
Yeah, it's like a little crab thing.
Right?
I really...
Little hermit crab. Vicious hermit crab.
At first, I wasn't sure I liked the art style, and now I definitely like the art style. It has sincerely grown on me. Okay. And see, every time I block, it does damage. So, you just block all day, and you'll still be doing decent amounts of damage to boot.
There you go. Use that. Steering blow.
21.
Use it on him.
Oh. Actually, I need armor, but I don't have armor, so I'm just gonna have to hit him. Oh well, 21. That's a lot of damage. I wish there was a way to make that permanent. Oof. And I can do it again. Jesus. This is actually a great little combo. Yeah, and his turn he's going to spend debuffing me.
I thought it said strengthy. Not strengthy.
Okay, I am going to... No, I maybe should have... No, I don't have enough points to do that differently. I'm just going to go ahead and block up and hit him. If I can do 13 next round, I'm done with him. I'm going to take a little bit more damage. I'm at half-life.
Oh, there you go. Steering blow, just...
Yeah. Okay, 33-point searing blow. That's pretty cool. I've never done that before. Now you can gain strength at rest sites. Up to 3 times? Oh, wow. Strength is like Dex, only for power. So all of my attack cards do +1 more. So it's a permanent buff up to my strength, which I have not gotten that before. Searing blow, as much as I want to take a second one. These are all expensive. Corruption is a power, though. Skills cost 0. Whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. Oh, crap. Oh, that's dangerous. So, like, all your blocks would be free after you play this, but you only get to use them once.
Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm going to pass on that. That just seems...
It's one of those tempting things that it's like, ha ha ha.
And as much
You
as
have fallen for one of my classic blunders.
Right? I'm going to go for this one, too, because weak is really helpful. Weak ends up being sort of like a de facto block, because when you hit them with weak, then they do 25% less damage, so you, after you smack them with it, they're hitting for less.
No,
That's
don't put
insane
that on the
block.
top. You want to keep that one because you want to...
Oh, yeah, you're right. I
use
need
it.
the more, yeah. Let's put that one on top. Only got one more to go. I'll do that now, because then it'll take less damage. I'm still going to take 8 damage, but... God, I'm going to get wrecked on this next boss fight.
Nose.
Yeah. I can do that combo again, but then I get torn apart by these guys. Or I could just do 3 blocks and still take 3 damage, but at least I'd be damaging them. Yeah, I'll do 15 damage if I do that.
Huh.
So that's not bad. If they were taking a debuff turn, I might have gone with the other. Oh, that's the guy who steals my money and then runs away.
Oh, what a jerk.
He really is. Okay, so let's do it this way. Armaments. Confirmed. And now it does 14 damage and 3 weak. I probably should, but he's going to buff this turn, so it's going to be hard to kill him. I'm going to hit the slime so I can get rid of him. Next turn. Slime does decent damage, and at this point I'm trying to position myself for the next fight. Yeah, he's going to bail after this turn anyway, so I'm not going to be able to kill him. Well.
Yeah.
He's going to get away. And now he runs off and takes a little bit of my money. Jerk. Some of the other decks that move faster, I can get them, but... Oh, and you drop potions. By the way, these potions, they stay with you up top, and you can use them whenever you want. But you only use them once. So, once you use them, they're gone. Anger. Deal 6 damage. Add a copy of this card to your discard. So it's a free attack. But if you have too many, it'll start plugging up your thing. Gain 7 block. Exhaust a random card in your hand. I think I'll go with Anger. I don't have enough zero-cost attacks, actually. I could use more cheap attacks. And that seems like a good one because... Oh, this guy. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Great. Okay, this guy's deal is... after the first turn, he puts up this ability where every time you block, he gains strength. Oh. So you really don't want to block.
You got that Buffy block thing going on.
I do.
Quite the conundrum.
So it might not even be worth it to do Juggernaut if I'm not going to be blocking much. On the other hand, I don't have a lot of other cards to spend.
And put it in your deck.
That's a given, I guess. I'm going to do it.
What?
Do the armor.
And I'll do the armor just because I don't want it to go away permanently. And this turn I can block. I don't need to block, but I can without making him angrier. One of this guy's, one of the fighter's rare cards is a card that makes your armor persist at the end of the turn, even if you don't, like if nobody hits you with it. And you can use that to get some absolutely insane point values. Okay, 2... Boy, I guess I need to do my, it'll make him angrier, but I can do my, searing trick. Oh, you know what? That's weak. Let's do that. Because that'll make him do less damage overall. See, now he's only doing 12.
I'm gonna take 7.
I'm gonna take 7, yeah. Oh boy. Let's just try to mash our way through this, I guess. Vulnerable. You know what? It's gonna be done. I'm not gonna save any cards from that batch. None of those were particularly attack helping. Oh, he's only doing 6 attack this time. That's good. Okay. Okay, he did get a little bit angrier with that one, but I was able to upgrade the strike. I only took 2. 11. I gotta shut this guy down quick.
There you go. No, clothesline. Oh, no. Yeah, you need that.
Anger and clothesline will work. Yes, it did it.
Ooh.
Phew, but look at all this stuff. I got like, oh, that's the Emerald Key. This is the thing that gets me up to level 4.
Nice.
Nice, never gotten that before. Now you get the next 2 curses you obtain. That's helpful, although not in a direct way. I was sort of hoping for something a little bit more.
Do you get all of these rewards then?
You do.
Sure, that's nice. You don't have to pick. But you do have to pick here.
Yeah, that is nice.
And you do have to pick here?
Yeah, you have to pick from these cards.
Power through.
Gain 15 block is nice for 1, but add 2 wounds to your hand is not good.
That one is deal 10 damage for 2.
That's not
for 1.
Oh, and if I've got that strength going on,
and you can upgrade it.
Yeah, let's try that. I don't usually go for attack cards, but let's see how it goes.
Ooh.
And then
Whoa.
chests are good. What's this?
You only get to pick one.
Oh, I see. I've got to pick it instead of this one. Every time you place 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's really great. But I'm going to try this key because maybe I can go to level 4 if I play my cards right.
Go here. Increase your strength.
Start battles with +1 strength, or I can get the ruby key, or I can actually heal and not die. No, not dying for pansies. I like the +1 strength idea. Let's try that. And I can get my 3rd key maybe at the next camp I go to. Besides, I gain 6 after every fight, right? That's like
Oh,
a
there's
million.
another campfire right up there, too.
Oh, you're right. Well,
Yeah.
campfires have become a lot more helpful now that I've got all these other things I can do with them. I want to get my strength up +3. That'd be crazy. Yeah, look at that. That's not bad at all. Look at this. 13 and weak. So, boom, he's dead.
And then you can use that block and
Not take damage. Yeah, this isn't bad. This is lining up pretty nicely. But see, every run is different. Like, all the buffs that you get, all the artifacts, they change every time. And you can't really commit yourself to a single strategy because you don't know if you're going to get the cards for it or not. So you really have to think on your feet. Be willing to try different stuff, or else you lose all the time, like I do. Shoot, I can do 4 damage twice, but it won't get through his armor and kill him. Yeah, that's nice.
what are you taking that defense?
Yeah. Because otherwise I'll take 7 damage. I know, right? Oh, dig this. So there's a block, so I don't lose it. 6 damage twice. Who do I like least? I guess him. I could have done the other one just as easily, though, because I've got the block for it. Yeah, between the upgrade and the strength bonus I've got, that actually becomes really handy. Anyway, he's toast. There's that corruption again. Ugh,
Don't fall for it.
I really shouldn't.
Don't fall for it.
8 damage to all enemies, which is great when you're fighting multiple enemies, but it's garbage in bosses. But it's only 1. I've got too many 2-cast abilities, which are killing me. Yeah, sure. Let's do strength again. Why not?
You don't need to heal.
You don't want the...
Actually, you know what I do want? I'm going to do this. Check this out.
Recall? What is it?
Oh, wait, what's this do? 7 damage every time you block. Oh, God, that's so tempting. So many of these are really good. But this one. Gain 5 block and upgrade all cards in your hand. So you play that first, and you get, like, 4 upgraded cards out of it.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
I've had good luck with that in previous runs. Sure, I'll take the gold isle. What could possibly go wrong?
They've obviously never seen it.
Oh, and I because I got that ability, yeah, right? I got that ability to ignore curses, so I can do this, and it gets blocked. I don't have to take the curse for it.
This.
Let's do this one. At this point, I feel like I'm rolling right along nicely, right?
Jeez.
Now, I hit him with weak, but he's not...
Weak.
I guess I thought it was gonna drop his attack more. Wasn't he at 9 before? Okay, so check this out. Boom. And now all these cards get cooler. Draw 2 cards from your hand, 8 block, Crazy Twin Strikes, Partridge in a Pear Tree. put this on top of the deck because I want to do that next turn.
That kind's funny.
I like the little yell they do. I think it's cute. Okay. Let's see what that Juggernaut... I love that Juggernaut, you know. That's great for the sort of turtling strategies that you need to stay alive in this game. Okay, he's only got 12 more, right? So I should be able to kill him somehow.
If you defend, it does 5. So if you do defend and then Searing Strike, that should kill him. Or Searing Blow.
Perfect.
Woohoo.
Deader than Disco. Oh, and I've got too many potions, so I have to use a potion if I want to keep it.
Use that one.
If I do it, I think I... Oh, I can do it now. Nice. Nice. Ordinarily, you can only do it during fights. I didn't know that. Okay, can only play it. Every card in your hand is an attack. Jesus. Yeah, that's not likely. Headbutt. Put a card from your discard on top of your draw pile. Yeah, I like this one though. Block and damage.
That headbutt looks pretty good though.
It's only cost 1. Put a card from your discard on top of your draw pile, which I guess, yeah, it would let you fish for cards that you just used and replay them. Yeah, that's not the worst. I got a thing for block.
Actually, yeah, because that'll deal. Because not only do you get 5, but if you have the thing up, it'll deal 10.
Yeah. No, it's true, it will. Okay, let me do the strength. This is probably going to get me killed in this fight, but I'm doing the strength.
Oh, well.
It's me saying to figure out that guy's head.
Yeah, right? Like his weird mask thing is...
Oh, it was, yeah.
Okay, here's the boss of the level.
What?
I gotta use this because otherwise it goes away. Block and damage. And damage. Yeah, I don't really need the block at this point, but... I don't need to stack a defense, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that.
Yeah, you just exhausted it, so you don't come back.
No, you only exhaust it if you use it.
Oh.
Ethereal is the one that kind of exhausts passively. I wonder if this will work. Okay, I'm going to take a bunch of damage if I don't throw a block up. This will throw up a little bit of block, won't it?
What about that Juggernaut?
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, here's my idea. This goes out, and now Juggernaut and everything else gets better. Now my Juggernaut will lose 7 damage whenever I get hit. He's hitting 4 for 6 damage each. He'll actually trigger this 4 times.
No, it's whenever you gain block.
Oh, whenever you gain block. Right, I'm thinking of the other one, the Caltrips that go the other way. Shoot. Oh well. Well, I'm going to get all beat up for this one, but that's okay. I didn't have any more block anyway. Oh wait, maybe I do. Power Potion, damage. 3 power cards added to your hand. Yeah, let's see what that ends up being. I love power cards because they're permanent, right? Then you have your turn, gain 3 block. Every turn, just 3 free block. Then you have your turn, lose 1 hit point and deal 5 damage to all enemies. Don't losing hit points. Middle one, deal 1 damage to all enemies for each attack played. Well, that's not bad either, but I'm liking the block thing. Especially if that ends
You're
up...
building on your block.
Yeah. Yeah, if he gets hit from that too, he takes 7 from the Juggernaut. He does. Every turn, he's just going to take 7. It's like a 7-point DOT. Jesus, that's brutal. I should have taken the life. I guess so. And I've got no flippin'...
Yeah, but at least this time, he's only doing 6.
Oh, that's a plus. I can live through that, can't I? Okay.
Yeah, because you're going to take the... And then you're going to get the extra 3.
Yeah. Okay, so this one for sure. I've got 1 more to do, so 10 is better than 8, so that goes out. You know what, just to... Because I can, I'm going to throw these potions at him too. Okay, so he's down 100, and I'm not taking damage this turn at least. Oh, but I do have a burn. Okay, so clothesline gives him weak. That's good. And then this will give me some block. Oh, I should have just doubled up on block, maybe. Well, I need block. He's only doing 6 this turn, right? And I'll get an extra 3 at the end of my turn, so I've got enough to soak it all. It's down to 100 left. There's this guy, which is my new favorite buddy. I've got enough to actually soak that damage, but if I don't use my ghostly armor, it'll go away. 18 or 11 and ghostly armor doesn't go away. I'm gonna do that, because whenever I try to get greedy, I die. At 73 to go, I think I might actually beat him. Oh, right. I'm not saying the B word.
Not yet.
Oh, cool. And I don't have to worry about him doing anything, so I can just bash him, which makes this do more damage, I think. Do I want to... I'm going to stock a defend, because I feel like I'm not pulling any... Ooh, no, I like that one better.
Yeah, but it costs 0. You could have played it immediately.
Crap, you and your common sense. This is why I shouldn't be doing this so late. You're right, that was a really stupid move.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, you got the right idea.
Okay, maybe can you do it here?
12.
Okay, well, 15 damage isn't bad there. If I can just plow him, 11, 10, and 8, so 21, 29. It's not enough to kill him.
Probably when you use that, yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that, yeah.
You
Is that 10?
No. Oh, he's got one left. If I hadn't done the
The
block.
other one, yeah.
can... No, it's gonna kill him.
Oh, it got him, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
because
of
I
the
got the end of the
bounce.
turn, I got shield, and that pushed it over.
Oh my gracious.
Now, when you go to another level, you do fill up your life, so I'll be back at 85 life to start the next floor.
Phew.
I know, right? Oh, look at this. All these beautiful gold cards. Jeez.
Fancy.
Lose 6 life, 2 energy, and 3 cards and exhaust. Well, that's nice, because I don't like the losing 6 life part. Deal 4 damage to all enemies. Heal HP equal to unblocked damage and exhaust. But there's not a lot that gives you heal. 10 damage, and if it kills an enemy, raise your max HP by 3. Oh, that sounds good. Let's try that. I could use something that bumps up my max HP.
Thing.
It is, so you can only do it once, but as long as you kill a guy with it during your fight,
Right.
your max HP goes up permanently.
That's pretty nice.
Let's do that.
Plus, you can make it stronger with
Oh, by upgrading it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Plus, I think there's, if I kill a certain boss with it, I get
Why
a trophy.
would you skip the chest? I mean, you still get the stuff, right?
No, you don't.
Well, then why would you skip?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know either. This is where you pick a relic. Lizard Tail. If you die, heal to 50 instead. Okay, that's not bad. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 hit points when you're in a rest site. Oh, like passively? That's good. So you get like passive heals on rest sites. Nice. Potions always appear in combat rewards. That's okay. I'm liking this feather though.
Yeah, but it only...
It's like Phoenix down.
Kinda. Yeah.
Not really.
Like this one is gonna appear. Is gonna help me more often. I guess with this one I can start using potions a lot more frequently because I'll always get them in. I'll get a potion after every combat.
Is that the one you were pointing to?
No, the feather, I thought it was worse than it actually is. It's actually better. Because I read it as, if you have at least 5 cards, you only heal 3. Instead of it being every 5 cards.
Oh,
you
I
heal
see,
3.
yeah. So by the end of it, I should be stocking those up. Plus, I'm trying to hit those camps anyway for my strength and that key and
Right.
Yeah.
smithing stuff. Let's try that, yeah.
So, how many cards do you have in your deck right now?
I can check once I get to the next map. Here we go. Act 2, the city. I've got 18 right now. It's in the top right corner.
Oh, that's not bad. So that means at least you heal 9.
I'll get 9 for free without even having to rest whenever I hit a a camp.
And what
Yeah,
is the
and if
camp?
you
Is
get
it the
Little
fire?
fire icons, yeah. So for this floor, I'm going to try to pick a path that sends me through as many camps as possible. Usually it's the same number either way, but like on this one,
I would go.
actually on this one there's 3 camps if I go the far left route.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I'm not going to do it now because I don't know.
You've shown off the game.
I've shown off
I mean,
the
that
game.
was basically you wanted to. Is there anything else you wanted to show off about the game?
I think the only thing I'd really impress is my undying love for this game is now the greatest game of all time.
And
This is true.
I'm not gonna lie, like I want to watch you play this. Like I don't want you to stop playing this right now. I want to like keep.
This
Plowing through it.
This
yeah.
game is like super fun. I gotta say, like I was not expecting to like it this much, and I am super addicted. So,
Yes,
anyway,
and he has been, admittedly, getting very little sleep lately.
bags under my eyes. I had literally like 3 hours of sleep last night because of this stupid game. Oh my god.
So, not
Who makes
stupid,
this game?
but
MegaCrit is the company. They're like an indie company. As far as this might be their only game. I don't know.
Good for them.
Yeah. It's not on a lot of platforms either. It's on Switch and PS4 now and Steam, but it's not even on Android yet. It's supposed to be coming out on Android shortly.
And
speaking of, go ahead.
are the DLCs free? Or is it...
Thus far, yes. The DLC that dropped that added the 4th character is a free DLC.
Oh, well, good for them.
So, and we're supposed to be getting it on consoles here in a couple of weeks. So, yay!
Alright.
As far as I know, according to tweets from the guy who made it.
Yay!
Okay.
So follow
MegaCrit.
on your tweet.
Yep.
Twitters.
Well, thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Bye.